Alrighty. Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. My name is Sally, better known as Lady Foxart, and today we're playing more Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I am kind of a little bit tired, but I only woke up just recently. My sleep schedule's all out of whack. But that's why we're doing this stream a little bit late than like usual here. So yeah. From when we last played this, we finished the main game, but now we're going to be working on the side stories. The side stories are basically what is the plus section of this, all it's all about. I'm excited to check this out, hope you're excited. And before I get started, I'd like to say my usual stuff to help support me and the streams itself. If you want to support me in everything that I do, check out all the links down below in the description, or check out the side link over here, where I go ahead and give you like press !social where you can follow me in anything that I do. !social support, where you can go ahead and support me in anything, whether it be art commissions, digital art, donations, even like a media share option. So instead of just watching the game, you can also play a meme or music or something to go on with the mood, or even just to have a fun time with everybody. You press !media share the chat, it'll give you the rules on how to set that up, what you guys need to do. And last but not least, if you want to join in my Discord, the Discord is free for everybody. But if you want to join in the voice chat in the Discord, it is for subscribers only. So instead of me talking, you, the viewer, can go ahead and talk as well. And it's a nice fun thing, like to go ahead and hang out, chill, talk, and do whatever you guys want to do. Just to keep it TOS friendly and just be nice. So I'm going to join in this voice chat right now. So if anyone subscribers wants to join in, now is the absolute perfect time to do so. I'm going to turn off this wonderful music, and we're going to go ahead and switch to the game screen. I had a hell of a fucking week today. This week, man. Like, oh my fucking god, if you guys don't follow me on my social medias and such like that, Tuesday I went out to go... Shit, I keep forgetting that. Like, makes that buzz and scares the shit out of me each time. I was hanging out with some friends over the week, on Tuesday, and we had a good time and everything. I spent like a fuck ton of money though. I spent all my money basically on Magic the Gathering. So yeah, that's a thing I'm getting myself back into. So I'm gonna be playing Magic the Gathering. I'm gonna be joining a pre-release set for the Forgotten Realms stuff, which I'm actually pretty damn excited for. However, I've had the displeasure of finding out the next day why I couldn't find my dog anywhere was because she was over at the vet. Turns out my brother's stupid dogs attacked her and had like a big huge like gash, part of her skin was coming off and everything from her neck. The bigger dog went to go in and attack her, and this happened like when I left and nobody fucking told me like this happened. I had to go ahead and call like my mother and said like, hey, where's Miss Purdy? Where's she at? And like, oh yeah, you didn't hear it, did you? Like, gosh, not. No one told me what the hell tells me anything anymore. So yeah, apparently my brother's stupid dog decided to attack her, and now she had to deal with all that shit. She's home now. She's fine. She has a bunch of stitches, and she's basically wrapped up around her neck. They shaved around her neck and everything, and around her arm as well. And we also found out she has a blackened lung. So it's like, oh shit. So she's under like some antibiotics, 2 different pills. We give half of them in the morning, half at night. And she's home, she's safe, but man, she's just traumatized. Like, she can't be at all anywhere near the other dog. And thankfully, because of this, my brother's actually going to go ahead and take back his dogs that we had for a fucking year. The dogs were only supposed to be here for 2 weeks. My brother is the incompetent asshole and shirks responsibilities on everyone else. We had him for a fucking year, and then this shit happens. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on in her fucking head to just outright attack Purdy for no fucking reason whatsoever. So, but thankfully we're doing our best to keep them separated, doing everything that we can to go ahead and make sure that she recovers perfectly, healthy, and well. And here's hoping that things are right. But enough sadness. Let's go for more sadness. Let's go ahead and do some Doki Doki Literature Club. Yay. The side stories are... Oh, probably didn't even finish it all. Okay, the side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. So you get all 6 side stories for writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. So I guess we're just going to end up doing this and probably going to go back to the main game and try to get the poems for everyone else. Like, I thought if you unlocked this and if you finish this off, you'll unlock this. Boy, am I wrong. Oh, no music. Before the Literature Club. Oh, it's a new area. And Sayori is not hanging in the background yet. Okay, everyone. The Literature Club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Ugh. I miss Debate Club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the Literature Club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? You kind of have to like offer them like pizza just like to bait them in, lock the doors, and just tell them you're here forever now. Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, do you like literature? Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over to other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision. But what kind of vision? Let me see if I can lower down the game audio. There we go. But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realized it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet, the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Hello? I like the music. I'm really liking the music. Suddenly, a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed and that this is, in fact, the Literature Club. So yes, the napping club. This is the Literature Club. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do that all the time. Oh? Did I miss a club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that... This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be the vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? A high school student. Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. No, you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. Yeah, that sounds about right. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. How about the rice president? Freaking Pogs in chat if you got the reference for that. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something really serious, but it's difficult when she doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found more members at least? Well, no, I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. We all need a Sayori in our lives, like holy shit. Minus the hanging part. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica, that's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up, but you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. I fucking love these people. Monica glances over at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Fuck, she's one of those people. Fucking glomps. No, I love hugs. Oh god, I'm turning down the audio on my headset. There we go. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then let's go. Some people just really can use a hug sometimes. True. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug everyone is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Haha, hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because he finally found another club member, but well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight on how to get more people. Yeah, me too. The day passes and the time comes for the literature club. Monica and Sayori to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. She brings in like someone all chained up and tied up and everything. But suddenly Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry, I'm late. Here. I'm here. It's okay, welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits a sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Is this Kirby? No. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace. Hey Lino, how you doing? I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Evening, just got done playing Valheim with a friend and figured I'd join in while making food on the side. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired. I was very, very depressed the other day, but things are looking up better now, knowing that my dog is okay. But other than that, I'm like, yay. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the sheet. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. It's just a grocery shopping list. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. Yeah, I saw that. Really did not know what to say, but happy things are getting better. Big hugsies. Big hugsies. Yeah, it's some scary shit, but I'm happy to know that she's home and she's okay. She just has a bunch of bandages around her neck, especially, and some stitches. But right now she's eating and drinking. She's still going to the restroom, so that's good. And right now she's currently in my friend's room, like just resting. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. Hahaha, really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything like I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like a dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Aw, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're a literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know. I suck at writing poems. I can't keep the rhythm of the rhyme. Doki Doki? What does Doki Doki mean anyway? Doki Doki is an actual word. I think it means like love or heart or something like that. Heart beating. There you go. It means like a heartbeat. Doki Doki is a Japanese onomatopoeia for a heart beating quickly, usually with anticipation and excitement. Like bow checka wow wow. Almost the same. Lionel, you horny again. It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Jane! Hi, Jane! Give me lots of hugs and love! But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's what helped me form a more cohesive vision for the club. Hoy. Lol, hugs. I love you, Jane. Hope you're doing well today. I think that's helped me in a form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good at someone else in the Reddit. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstormed so hard. Hi, Lina. And yeah, I got a PS5 on the way. Ratchet and Clank right to the part. Jane, awesome! How? I am very happy that you managed to find one. I still couldn't find one over here. Hell, I can't even find an Xbox One, Series X. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is like a natural disaster. Hahaha, Sayori, that's terrible. Anyway, let's go take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry, but it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when we would have a chance to give people cupcakes. I didn't sleep last night, found one for 700, so a lot better than 1200 or 900. Yeah, 700 is not bad. Like, I mean, sure, it's a little bit more than normal price, but it's way better than those two fucking things. I haven't played a single Ratchet and Clank game. I think I have the first one, but it's not my preferred game. I woke up at around 3 o'clock and I've just been up for a while. I managed to pass out around like 8 or 9. They're normally 600, so I'll accept that mark up. That's reasonable in comparison. Yeah. What about shipping and handling? Is that what made it 700, or? I mean, when will we have the chance to... $50 shipping. Not bad. I mean, when did we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like that when they come, you know, like when they come into the club. What if we say we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People would just come in just for the cupcakes and then leave. Aw, nobody would do that. They would do that. They did that with the pizza. That would be so mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Supposed to be here by the 17th? Nice! The 17th is when I play Magic the Gathering at the pre-release. Even they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list, hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around school and find people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And you tell them, check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is like, wouldn't most people reading books be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize, you're coming with a lot more things than I can. Or next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just putting them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! I never said you weren't. I just need to think, what would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Like she isn't? Yeah, like I had a hell of a fucking week. Same with my baby girl. Because she also had like a hell of a week. Because not only did she have to like suffer with like the 4th of July fireworks and everything. Then a few days later, she has a fucking, she gets attacked by my brother's stupid dogs. And now she's on the road to recovery. Like, man, that really, like, breaks my heart. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. Oh, her fingers make a tiny house. Yeah, so like, fuck, man. I'm glad that she's doing okay now, but I think that really affected her a lot mentally right now. Like, she doesn't want to do anything but like to stay inside. Like, she doesn't want to go outside to go to use the restroom. I'm joining the anime club. Alright, no need to call me out, alright, Sayori? Even though I was president of the anime club, you don't need to call me out. And I can understand, it must have been scary and traumatizing. Yeah, she's like a small dog compared to a fucking German Shepherd. And it didn't help that the other dog went after her as well. But she's like the little instigator, that little shit. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said we like do group readings and discuss it together? I would probably never do that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? Ugh, this sucks. Why is it so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do you get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay, that's kind of sexual. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, what is it? I forgot all my things in the classroom. Must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed, but weren't. Never mind. Did you want to go get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. I'll wait for you then. Okay, only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts through a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica! Ah! You startled me. Sorry. But it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? That's her and Recruiter. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. This way! You don't have to run! Sayori leads Monica into a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In there! Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I would only scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the classroom. Sayori feeling rather accomplished and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Why are we still whispering? I don't know. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various different kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end up in a better spot from where they began. Well, I could say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. That's so cute! I thought it was a little overdramatic, but Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell from talking to you today, it seems you're really afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want to do things. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything. So I don't think it's that bad. Like, with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into such a... I can't speak today. We have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against a sheet of paper. Write the way into your heart. I think that's what you're trying to do. Is to make the club that you need the most out of everyone. Out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, but of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. Yeah. So how's everyone else doing today? Jane, what you been up to, aside from the PS5 experience? And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. I was gonna say she breaks down. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I still have a few. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's all right. I just want some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck. Monica smiles. Ooh, new music. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion, something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in, the person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, is so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck so pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die. And you, too. Fuck. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction. In the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor and the carnage of my joy. And that is why I decided I must become the flower. What the? Wait, Sayori? Ah, fuck. Okay, so it does go to a part 2. God, that got fucking real. Oh, we got more music playing. Okay, we got more pictures. Finished side story Trust 1. Oh, that's a good artwork of them too. I really love the new artwork that they've done, but I wish the new artwork is shown in the side stories. Acquire all of Sayori's other poems. A poem from Sayori distributed at special events in the past. There once was a ladybug. It was so small it took a real long time to crawl from here to there. It was very tiring to fly for too long. Nobody squishes ladybugs because they're cute. Does that make them cute better than other bugs? Do ladybugs know they're cute? I think they're too preoccupied with bug things. And so the ladybug crawled around and did bug things. This story wasn't really going anywhere, but I know you don't mind. I hope you think it's nice for being there anyway. Like ladybugs, like this ladybug, the one who clings like a doof on your sleeve because it knows you won't squash it. If it doesn't bug you, will you stay a while? Oh shit. Literature club room class. The literature club classroom softly lit by the morning sun. Cool. Now let's go with part 2. Whew. Give me a moment. I need to like breathe in, chill. Yeah, like as I mentioned before, just like the initial like stuff really like takes it out of me. Oh shit, Final Fantasy 14 is doing a free login campaign. I want to know is, do I meet the requirement? From Friday, July 9th through August 23rd. Have previously purchased and registered Final Fantasy 14. All registered accounts must have been inactive during the campaign period. Must have been inactive for 30 days. Okay, so I definitely meet the criteria. Getting food so lurking in bed. Lino, send me food. Just put it in the letter. Oh, I realized you can't save in these. Also, how would you guys feel if I started doing Magic the Gathering streams on Magic Arena? Figured that'd be pretty fun to do. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's gonna get these kinds of feelings and let her comfort me instead of going the other way around? What kind of club president does that? This whole time I didn't think about to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the cloud room with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I needed. I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as he says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy, so if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as fair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have had at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Write the way into your heart or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? What about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You just kind of need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. Anyway, how things going? Aside from my dog just recovering, pretty good so far. I'm feeling a little bit shakish, but that's just me normally just like reading constantly. I've been playing Magic the Gathering. I actually started getting myself into Magic the Gathering again, and that fucking commander deck costed a little way too much. Oh, trust me, I've been giving her lots of kisses and hugs. Yeah, like if you want, I can send you some pictures of her. Yeah, that fucking commander deck costed like 50 fucking bucks. And then I signed up for a fucking pre-release, which was like another 20 fucking bucks. Or 25 bucks. And here's hoping that I can get more packs out of it if I dress up. So here's hoping like it all works out. Yeah, it's fucking expensive. But like, no one fucking plays Final Fantasy over there anymore. I find people that play Pokemon, but there are a bunch of fucking tryhards to the point where it doesn't get that much fun anymore. And I would rather just play with friends. And Magic is actually the most popular card game there. And so I figure I might as well just go ahead and hop onto that bandwagon. And it's not that hard after I played Magic the Gathering Arena, which is a PC or mobile game. Because that game actually teaches you how to play. But because of that, I'm now fucking broke. I know you just sent me something, but it's taking forever to fucking load on my end. I got a small collection of them. I played before, but that was during the Ixalan pre-release, and I haven't played since. Oh wow, that is a lot of cards. Like, all my fucking Magic cards that I have are currently in... I just ripped out my fucking headset. Are currently in my Sailor Venus backpack here. Commander Lee, what is up, dude? Thank you so much for joining in. Hope you're having a good time. Damn it, I saw you gotta turn in early. My coworker broke his leg. Yikes! So I gotta step in early. Thanks for a cozy stream and have a lovely evening. Alright, Lionel, I hope you have a great day. Hope things work out, dude. Hey, how you doing, Commander? Yeah, let me go ahead and open this up really quick. Yeah, this game was actually fun, but it's not Magic. But yeah, the Commander deck I bought was for Strixhaven, which is a I guess the current like deck set that's out right now. The reason why this was more expensive because it's a Commander deck, so they gave you more cards for it. Because what I think it's like 100 cards for a deck, and this is already like a pre-made like standard deck for it. Yeah, like look how thick this shit is. And you start off with, I think, like 40 life or 60 life. So I'm getting myself prepared for the pre-release by actually managing to go ahead and getting a game that is, yeah, it's very different from what you're used to. I can see that. The only reason why I bought Commander rather than like a standard like normal deck is because Commander is the most popularly played over at the game stores. The best man, or whoa, whatchamacallit, what are they called? Tomorrow's my friend's marriage, and he dragged me to one of those, to be one of those 3 buddies that need to be near his side for the marriage. I don't know marriage rules, because I know girls have like their bridesmaids. It's the same thing for like the groom. But hey man, congratulations to your friend, and I hope it's a good wedding. Hope everyone stays safe. Hope everyone's vaccinated, and if not, keep distance. Yeah, it is just the best man. Nice. So yeah, I guess I'm technically playing 3 different fucking card games. Yeah, I'm playing like 3 different fucking card games. I'm playing Pokemon, Final Fantasy, and now Magic. It's my America deck, red, white, and blue. Oh, you're running 3 colors. I think this one is red and blue. Yeah, this one's a mountain, and oh no, I think it's red and white. Oh no, it is red and blue. Never mind. I was looking at the land, and the land was like, it looked white, but it was like a non-colored land. Godfather. No, it's not. It's not that. As I see that you come to me on the day of my friend's wedding. I guess, I don't know why when I translate it, it actually tells me it's called in English Godfather. Godfather is for like the baby. Like when someone asks if you would like to be the godfather or the godmother of their child. Like I'm a godparent, yeah. Like I'm a godmother to my brother's son that would be coming out later on this year. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you could turn your feelings into a little story. Okay, what are you sending me, Jane? Is it dicks, Jane? It's not dicks, but it's a lot of cards. That's fucking cool. The main reason why I'm getting back into Magic is mostly because of the new set that's coming out, which is a Dungeons and Dragons set. Because apparently Wizards, Magic the Gathering, and D&D are 2 totally different things. They're not in the same realm or anything like that. So they're doing like a weird like merger to where they actually have Forgotten Realms like characters in there now. And I want Drist. I want Drist the Warden in my fucking team. How is the Hololive or looking at the rabbit hole? I haven't even checked, honestly. Like, I've been so fucking busy with other things, dude, that like I had not had the opportunity. And for the VR model that I not VR for the VTube model that's currently in the process. So far we got the eyes to blink, so that's something. All right, you can get your feelings down first, and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in, and then you arrange them in a pretty way. Just so you know, everybody, if you guys hear like the Discord pinging, more than likely it's me, because I normally have that up just so I can go ahead and check messages, because a lot of people do send me messages in my DMs, either it could be for business or for just like hanging out, chatting, and stuff like that. So just know it's not you guys, it's more than likely it's me. Deep Fathom Skulker. The Void. This card has no color. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. 3, I guess, colorless. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Represents colorless mana. Yeah. That's not that bad. I have a fucking World Eater. Not World Eater. What's it called? I guess it is called a World Eater. It's the fucking fish. It's a fucking fish that whenever it attacks, you discard like half of your fucking deck. Oh, the enemy discards half their deck. Mainly me harassing Sally in her DMs. Yeah, Jane harasses me all the fucking time, and I love it. Hey, that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget what's actually important. Good news from there. New VTube and bad news. It took just 2 days after it announced the mating of her Twitter for Twitter to be blocked or banned. What? Good news, good news from there. New VTuber and bad news. It took just 2 days after the announced making of her Twitter for her Twitter to be blocked or banned. That fucking sucks, dude. I don't know why though. Probably harassment, maybe. Yeah, I just get so caught up in how it sounds and I forget what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? I ain't calling you a truther. No, of course not. But the point is, you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, you idiot, and stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. Is this how funny I wrote down when I'm mad at my... Okay, now Jane's sending me memes. Gigabit router is only hitting 100 MB. Diagnosis cat ate cable. God. I know how that's like. The damn dogs, though. Oh, dude, you can be as not safe for work as you want here. Like, we don't care. I'm a very not safe for work person. You can say tits. You can say boobs. You can say dicks. Ah, fucking puns again, Jane. Really? I want to tell you about a girl who eats only plants. You've probably never heard of her before. I fucking hate it. It's kind of funny how I wrote down when I'm mad at myself before, and then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Why did the cock get beat up in the bar? Why? Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write out overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, pepped with all of her random thoughts. Whew. Monica looks up and down her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. It had it coming. God damn it! God damn it. It was like I was trying so hard to think of something and nothing came to mind, and it was just so easily right in my face. I hate it, but it also looks kind of liberating. That's how I bully the VTubers instead. We just say, instead to say flat, we saying to Japan VTubers patan, which in English means flat, and boing boing, which means big bouncy titties. I'm American. I don't give a fuck. I'll say what the hell I goddamn please. And if people don't fucking like that, then they're going against my freedom of speech. I can tell how hard you're trying it. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Haha, don't give me too much credit. I have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have some time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it. I mean, they made memes of them, with pictures of desks and saying, "My boy." Fuck. The memes are bullying them. Shit. Honestly, I really don't like bullying. It's not nice. But if it's all friendly banter, then I can understand. But if it's like out of hatred and malice, it's like there's a problem there. Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club, not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her as a printout, the revised literature club flyer, complete with all new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave out to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be the president if I can't demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight of Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. I just saw it from the post. I got your back, lol. Do you think this is funny, John? Give me my fucking spine. Okay, jeez, you have no stomach for the show. The fucking skeleton. What the fuck, Jane? That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely in her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Identical boobs? Identities? Yeah. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. Oh, it's fucking Harold. Hide the pain, Harold. Doctor, here is a list of donor hearts, livers, and kidneys in alphabetical order. Wow, it's very organized. I hate you. I love and hate you. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica, just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Too real. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here! Hi! Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stops for a second, probably reading that piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? Chinese kid was born before the due date. Parents named him suddenly. Fuck. God damn it. And these are like cheesy, like stupid dad jokes too. So I was talking to a boy today and called him dude, and he goes, "Hey, I'm not your dude. I want to go by bro." And the very first thing that popped in my head was, "Wow, he has preferred pronouns." Oh my god, that's fucking clever. The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just so hard. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes down something, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. It says dick butt. Sometimes I want to die. Sayori? This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in a gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it, It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I understand where she's coming from, but I also, and I don't know if it's selfish of me to think this, but I don't see that as a very healthy way of coping. Like, I'm one of those people that say, please, tell me what's wrong so we can help. Everyone needs help. No one is going to look at them differently in any kind of way. They just need that push. They just need that effort to just help. Because everyone needs help. Because if I were like this, I probably would have killed myself a long time ago. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I think that with that way of thinking, that wouldn't have helped me out in any way possible. It's not shameful. It is not selfish to ask for help. Everyone needs the help. Everyone needs someone to talk to. Because if you don't, you're just bottling up those emotions until it really becomes something that's more serious. When you finally have someone to vent to, someone to talk to, it feels like a weight lifting off my chest. And from there, it feels like I'm able to like laugh over something that was like I was so worried about now. Now it doesn't feel like I'm alone in this. Now I have someone to talk to, and we'll be okay. Everything will be okay. You should do motivational CDs. I am not a motivational person, honestly. But like, honestly, this is coming straight from the heart here. Take my advice or not. This is from my experience. Because as someone who does suffer from anxiety and depression, there's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in getting help. The shame there is when you don't do anything about it. Because you're not helping yourself, and when you don't help yourself, when you don't ask for help or anything else, you're hurting others instead. Because I've lost a lot of friends already, and I didn't want to be that. So, take it with a grain of salt or not. This is my personal opinion. This is just from my experiences. Like I said, you don't have to take it or do or not. That's all on you. But just know that if you don't ask for the help, you don't know who your real friends are. You don't know who you can trust. And honestly, like, you just don't know what to do from there. You feel more trapped. So, enough sadness. Let's go back to the game for more sadness. Like, whatever, I can understand that my own issues tend to pull me in other directions, but friends keep me stable and grounded. Exactly. Like, because emotions and your emotions and your mind is a very powerful thing. In the wrong mindset, it can lead to disaster. And that's why we've had a lot of bad experiences, bad issues, bad fucking what's the bad words I'm looking for? Tragedies. Why we had like bad tragedies? Because people get into that mindset, and with nowhere, and they don't find like a way out. They think maybe suicide might be the answer to them, but it's not. It hurts everyone around them as well, and that kind of stuff really clings on. I'm still suffering from my friends' deaths over and over. I still think of them. What it would be like with them to be, if they were still here to this day. But we never would have known if they never reached out. So, if you ever think about stuff like that, if you feel like it's the end of the world, find someone to talk to. There's also like the suicide helplines that really help out as well. Try looking up for one in your area. Try looking up for someone to talk to. Like, just do what you can, even if it may seem selfish to you. Just fucking do it. Just go out, do what you need to do to de-stress and find a way to cope. Yeah, because I came my hair's breath a lot from just going on and snapping. People need to talk to other people. Yeah, like let them know that everything is gonna be okay, because it's not gonna be the end of the world over these matters. Some issues can be a lot of mental issues. People don't know why they're acting like this way. Like for me, example, I still to this day I still don't know why I suffer, but I suffer a lot less because now I actually went out and actually got the help that I needed. I went and got medication. Now, I'm not saying medication is the answer, but medication was a way to cope for me, at least. Like, I'm looking at the pills over here, and sure, it sucks taking them every single fucking day, but at least I'm in a more clearer head. I'm in a better mindset about things. So, like, before, and me, I like to eat. I love eating food. But when I was in college and when the depression and the anxiety hit me so fucking hard, I was starving myself. I really wanted to die. I really wanted to end myself. Like, I didn't care what anyone else said. I was not in a good place. I was not in a good mindset. I was constantly shaking. I was starving myself, and I had no reason why. Why was I freaking this out? I was passing all my grades. I was making friends. I was having a good time. But why was I like this? To this day, I still don't know why. But now that I'm taking the medication, I was actually now able to actually fucking eat. I was actually able to start talking. I was able to start opening up again more. And I wasn't like constantly shaky like fucking crazy anymore. Like, everything was starting to calm down. And I was actually finally able to start being me again. Because that freak, that evil, anxiety, depression that I had, that wasn't me. That wasn't the mindset I wanted to be in at all. What I'm talking to right now is me. The way how I was back then wasn't me. And I never want to ever be back in that state ever again. Sure, I still have my bouts of depression here and there. Sure, sometimes it gets really fucking hard. But sometimes just talking to people and asking for that help really does lift up those spirits. Just venting. Even if you go into Discord, having a vent option in the chat really helps out a lot. Even if people don't reply to it, just know that there are people who actually do look into them. Just know that someone's actually listening and someone's watching. Like, I suck at giving advice. In my Discord, people vent a lot, but I let them know I suck at giving advice. I may not reply, but I am listening. And you guys can always DM me if you guys need someone to vent to. And I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for rambling on so much about this, but this is something that I feel that does need to be heard, something that does need to be talked about, and especially given the context of this game, with how very depressing it can be, especially given to the fate of some of these characters. I feel like it needed to be talked about. And I'm very grateful for the people who I was able to talk to. I'm very grateful for the people who do listen. And I'm very grateful that I get to go ahead and live every day. One moment. I'm getting a phone call. Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, my dad was calling me. Apparently I have to go ahead and weed eat the fucking lawn over at my grandma's house tomorrow. I don't want to do that. But yeah, sometimes it can't be helped. Like, your chemicals are just out of whack and meds help. That might be an issue too. So, but I'm very grateful that I'm still here to this day. I'm still here enjoying the things that I like to do. And I'm very grateful of like the few friends that I do have that help cheer me out, cheer me up every once in a while. They help put me in my place. Because sometimes I need it. Alright. And again, I'm sorry this got a little too real. But I mean, I felt like it needed to be talked about. Alright, so let's back to the game. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me, and letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just feels like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about the club, it's supposed to... Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself, too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. Excuse me. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as the Sayori emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Oh, this is some great artwork. Shoutouts to the artists who have worked really hard on this. Whoever they are, shout out to them. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She expresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I just want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being a friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort. But she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value, to me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got on any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needless between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others, and they are. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry for bringing this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Please, talk to a professional. Sayori nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it will be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I could do my best to help you. Please do. Thanks. I think it helps knowing you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. And hungry. Dude, I'm gonna make a burger after this. Well, I don't know. I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Yay! More music. And more pictures. Oh wow, this is actually really starting to fill up. Ah! Send this as my wallpaper. Alright, and we're done with the side story with trust. Now we need to do understanding and then respect. Let's go. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sounds of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. Did I ever join in the Discord? Voice chat? I did. Okay, the door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conspicuously mouths to Monica. It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had to come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. Ooh. Dude, can we get some cat jams in here? The girl fully steps inside the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. It's happening, oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club. Even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. She's poking her face. Boop! Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to the nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica. Sayori, already... Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? I love fantasy. Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes, how's you... Have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book. It's just... Yuri grins. Oh, that's a cute grin! Yuri grins and pressing her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, slightly asking for help. I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I am so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You're probably the one. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerably heaviness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay. I'll go get the rest first. I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have no experience with fantasy, maybe except stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn that from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monika, do you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got so really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you point things out like that, Sayori. I'm just learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. Sayori taps her fingers. I can't breathe. Hold on. Alright. She taps her finger against her dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with a short time gone indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. Yeah, sorry if I'm taking some brief moments to pause. I'm starting to feel very shakish. And I guess that's just from reading out loud a lot. Because I feel like my hands are very tingling, my face is tingling, my nose is very tingling, and it gets a little bit harder to breathe. So I just need to just take a moment to pause and relax for a bit. So I hope you guys understand. Because the last thing I want out of this is for it to become like a panic attack. Alright, cool. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is equal in size to just the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are going to be explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think, like, if we're going to be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods to Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and looks at her book and glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. Only I found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and I couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days to just come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Same. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I just have a really hard time meeting a large number of new people at once. Same. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Ah, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Ugh. No. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything. Even if it's not literature. Just things you would think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I tell you a little bit something I'm into? And then you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that'd be okay. Okay, well I'm pretty into crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off till last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not, you're stuck with me now. I'm not. Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. I mean, she wanted to be the vice president earlier. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten caught off. I feel like going out to the woods or the park. There's places where you can walk, sit, and not have people around. I wish I had that, but I don't. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind to operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Well, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica just had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two going to be starting that book in the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still, besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She's really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of the new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to only find Sayori in the club room. So it's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overexcited to share my books and how you had to stop me just so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided to join the club, so you don't have to try hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches out the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly, so it just sounded like something fun we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help or make you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. Haha, it's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Alright, I should probably get some paper. Sayori grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, families, trees, or just for taking notes. Notes? I mean... yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company do this, but I'll try to make it as accessible as possible. I trust you, you're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide herself in the light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from 2 days ago I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart, especially you. No, Sayori rubs her shoulders against Yuri's. You're just a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two of them get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she decides, it races factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Sayori eloquently guides her through it in a way that is much more fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world building aspect of the story, not just story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do we come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come to my head, you know? This is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the Kingdom's written notes here, Kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Haha! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness. Then she realizes the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori jots Yuri's patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The Beaver. The room begins silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindictive mean? In this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course! Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expressions grow tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, the expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. No, they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from... But a reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop there for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find some words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow, but... I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Yuri is left alone in her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at and I've still messed it up. Well, if she doesn't want to come back,
Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at their desk, writing with notes. The books sit next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, she wouldn't have left the book here, right? And then she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I've probably let her down so much by having people following along. What do you send me, Jane? Oh, that's a dick. That's a dick pic. I'm excited. Thank you. Just give me a moment to catch my breath. Still sad. Yep, still sad. Yep, I think this is gonna be nothing but sad stuff, but I don't think the horror element is here anymore. Like the horror element is all in the main game. This is the side stories that helps us get to know the characters, I guess, a little bit more in depth of like who these people are, who these characters are. Also, congratulations on your 5 years, Jane. I'm proud of you. Also, thank you for stopping by again, Jane. It really makes me happy knowing that you're here. Yeah, right now I'm just taking a bit of a break just to help recuperate my own body right now because the shakiness was getting really bad. Probably let her down just by so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Yay, more pictures. Oh, we got something of Yuri. And then we got understanding. Ugh, I need to breathe. I'm not stopping the stream until I finish this. Alright. But yeah, I'm going to go on a quick break. I'm going on an intermission here. I'm going to play an ad. And I'll be right back. Alright, everybody? Alright. I managed to calm down a lot. Alright. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy, but my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-depreciating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Would I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one here. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri... Ah! Yuri jumps to the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You have to wait outside for me. The door in the club room is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks in the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic. She realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I did have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. But you left Sayori alone! The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how has everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Ah, I'm sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. I'm really starting to feel more like a literature club now. It's starting to feel like more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm just really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, and as if she started her own thought, but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. Moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't have complained to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can just tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people join this club, hopefully anyway. And learning about the diverse needs of interest of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with. Not just only some people. Of course, I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. Why am I all these characters? Is every character representing... I know every character represents something different, but I'm just everyone here. Like, holy shit. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. Though I guess the only thing that I'm not is that I'm not a perfectionist. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into, unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. Same. Like, there are times where I just don't know what to say, and I really, really rely on others to strike up a conversation to help add to a conversation. And I'm like that, and you notice this when I'm streaming. That, like, I don't know what to talk about a lot of the times. So a lot of my streams are just very silent or quiet. I'm just that awkward. I just don't have it in me to be a very charismatic and talkative person. Like, I just don't know what to say. I don't have anything to say, so nothing comes up. Nothing. It's all blanks. When there's like a topic that does come up and I'm very passionate about, I can talk about it for so long. But then after that, it's like silence. That's why I really encourage people to say something, even if it's just about their day, even if it's just to say hi. I am able to talk to someone, you know. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. She what? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I push onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over the original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. I'm pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people... I'll be right back. I heard something. Well, I didn't mean to drop my damn mic. My head. Okay, it's just my friend. Yeah, I thought he left. So I was like, I heard something coming on in like my house. I was like, who the fuck's in my room? Or not my room? Who the hell's in my house? And I also heard that the dog, my purdy girl, was out. So I was like, oh god, I hope she's okay. She is. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all that she's just trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry for making myself sound no. I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has a difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further masturbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other's better. Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise that. It's okay for people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need to be for each other. We just have to have a good communication and talk about it. Yes! For the love of God, preach! Communication is fucking key in everything. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. Whoa. Piece of food. A piece of a cookie that I got in the back of my throat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head's just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I pushed them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhale. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session, but I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. Haha, you're totally fine. This is it's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So thank you. Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. Just for a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just going away outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know that you mentioned it. I bet we can get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it'd be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri smiles more. A moment of daydreaming about tea is enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club doorroom. Yuri? Oh wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper, a page of notes beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I do something wrong, please don't tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like, I don't want your pity. Fuck. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks into her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how I was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations and shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should just leave. Just escape from here. Before Monika sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monika what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms suddenly wrapped around her from behind. Oh, this is cute! It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand that the things you're feeling are in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a moment to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady about having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while you were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said before you had a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club, but it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise, that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I just want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I've always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying about so much about saying the right thing. This is great. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course! I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Truth. Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying, I'm back! Monika's back! I haven't seen you at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monika. She whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like the first real activity as a literature club. About that? Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me to not return the favor to you and learn about the things you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Oh, we finished that. Oh, this is cool. Be positive. Oh my god, I love this little drawing of Monika. Oh, that's cool too. Hell yeah. The fucking ass. Oh my god, the fucking ass. That thing is fucking everywhere. Oh my god. I love that. Oh, I didn't even notice fucking Natsuki right there. Oh, dude, those are so accurate. Those are so fucking great. 。 I wonder how I get the rest of the promos and such. Oh boy, respect. And this is the last two sub-stories. Alright, so just give me a moment to like just recuperate and relax a bit. Alright. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Sayori, Monica, Sayori, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening, and walks a girl none of them have seen before. Oh, Natsuki's theme. Hi. Sayori tugs slightly at Monica's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Are you here for the literature club? Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayori prances over to her desk and presses her palms into it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monica follows by, sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up. Deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the big club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever kinds of literature. You know, I figured it was your club. You have that vibe. I have what vibe? Oh, you know, like... Never mind. I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayori. Oh, yes she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. Oh, love that fucking smile. I'm Sayori. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. Oh, and I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The son of a... Well, they're all considered 18 years old. The game said that earlier. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayori lowers her voice. She's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy novels and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. My favorite ice cream flavor is ice cream flavor is strawberry. Oh, let's get ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookie dough, or maybe chocolate. It's cookie dough, and Monica's probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The online ice cream ones are always accurate. What's Yuri's favorite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I was gonna say green tea. Fuck. I'm just joking. I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. Do you like hang out or do you actually do club stuff? Well, we do club stuff too. This hasn't been very structured yet since we only have like 3 members. So we kinda just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start like some more structured club activities. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Well, I guess I'm literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why'd you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. That sounds so great. After all, I've been doing this, Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, and she sits down on an empty desk. After all the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. Oh, I didn't mean simple like that. Well, anyway, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in? Well, not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club. It's full of weird guys. True, there was a lot of cringy weirdos in there. I wasn't one of them, thank God. Come on, isn't it a big deal? Isn't that kind of a big deal? Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, I get it. Look, I do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I can just keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do it literally whatever you want me to do. I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. That's fun, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed in my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? No, I got it. I don't want to see my locker. If you say so, there's no way. But there's no way it's worse than mine. Hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. Ugh, I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. And she is. Maybe, but I mean, she has no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she says she would participate in club activities like it's some sort of kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah. Wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance. Oh, come on. There we go. Especially if it can bring her happiness. Besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature. Are you sure you just don't want her to read manga? Are you sure you don't just want to read her manga, Sayori? Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't gonna bother anyone, so that includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No, you're a pleasure to be around. I was just fishing for a compliment. I know. But still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. Well, I really am gonna start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly, the 3 of them hear a thump against the door. What was that? Sayori stands up and walks over to the door and opens it. Ugh, thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumed manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Sayori giggles in excitement while catching her breath. Natsuki replies, There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them. Monica anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems that things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monika is the first to arrive, but ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monika thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monika awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation but fails. Curiously, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once dull with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there. I can't reach up there. That would be so inconvenient. Yeah, but... Monika sighs. The teacher's going to ask what all this manga is doing in here, and I have to tell him that it's for the literature club. So? Monika backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Good afternoon! Sayori spins into the club room. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this! Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. Ooh, that's so pretty. As Sayori trots over to the closet, the colorful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? You can start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way, I stayed on all my luck to find that money. If you want entry to my kingdom, you need to pay for the tax, peasant. Boo. Fucking shit! Defeated, Sayori unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then Yuri suddenly walks into the club room. Monika glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it feels somehow twice as lively. Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been thinking of having lots of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kinds of literature with everyone else. I like the music a lot. Well, maybe. Something tells me that Monika glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear to unwillingly to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we can try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, like we can all vote on a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than just stick to things we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say you want to go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayori's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but... Monika's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monika have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests that you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but Natsuki cuts Monika off by suddenly standing up. Well, it's obvious I'm not wanting her, so I'm just gonna leave. But I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monika a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monika and Yuri. For the second time today, Monika slumps down into a desk. Why am I being such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She just made me feel this way. Monika looks up at Yuri, seeking information. Yuri looks away. She probably just wanted to look around for the smallest club, just so she could, for the smallest club she could find, just so that she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect to give me? How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone. But I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision, you know? Like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for this club after all. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Manga is literature. I have to express this. Have you guys ever heard of a graphic novel? That shit also works out. It's the stories that go on. Instead of just sitting down and reading something that's more, okay, sure thing, let's say just too overly cutesy, like let's say Parfait Girls. Try reading something that actually has like a large, deep meaning into it. Like, there's a graphic novel that I read called Boxers and Saints, and it has a big meaning, and it's a straight up comic book. It's a straight up comic, but its message that it's trying to prove across is something that's so deep, dark, and intense that I'm like, oh fuck. And it also prompts conversations. Find a manga that will do that to you as well. Find a manga that has a really good, deep, rich story that everyone can follow along with and like talk about. And come up with ideas of like what's gonna happen next. What if they do this? What could they have done better? Okay, I just hear my friend like yell, talking in the background. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. You can go back to your reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in the atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh. Well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know, I'm sorry. I just kind of voicing my frustration and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Ugh. Why is it the hardest to be rational during times when you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. Fuck you, I guess it does. The fact that you're even storing it in here for her should make her completely in debt to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like that? It's ridiculous that it has no place here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, the realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, maybe would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I would let myself do that. With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colorful shelves. It's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for the club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at what is considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches out for one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, I mean, amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Oh shit, that was the end of it. That's cute. Alright. And here's the final sub-story. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monica is usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm not into manga? Why can't just one person accept that? Instead of being so condescending about it. I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on. That's condescending too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you. Natsuki sighs. I know. Thanks. It just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's going to change her opinion on me. Like, even if you were to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out, please. I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy. So I want that to happen for you. I was wondering, what was the reason that you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kind of dumb. Aw, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone's welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me, so... Shh, don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Monica. I promise. Natsuki says, I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy all the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I care about what everyone else thinks about. But you know, the signs of the literature club says you can be yourself or whatever. So I decided it was worth a shot. But that was a lie apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of his shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come I didn't say that to Monica? Because she was being so judgmental that I didn't. Just don't want her to tell her something she wanted to hear. And she didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she wouldn't just be like everyone. Then she would be just like everyone else and try to push me away from the manga in favor of a more mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a while. Sayori understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today at least, but Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club just like everyone else. It's part of the club's vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallways are buzzing with students rushing to meet their friends and make out the most of their limited break time. Where could she be? 3PO! Oh, where could he be? I'm kidding. Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to find her during lunch so that she could make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends whom Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting her. It'd be really tactless just to interrupt them. Oh yeah, did you end up joining the literature club or what? Huh? Of course I joined. Why wouldn't I? Ha! I told you she would join. Haha, come on. Oh come on. You know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you I never even wanted to join that stupid club. Oh sure. Well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. Haha, true. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up. Let me do my thing. I'm just joking. You know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book. What? What? You're gonna buy your smutty fanfiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy. Okay, this is how you don't. This is how you don't talk to your friends. These aren't friends. These are assholes. They're making fun of her fucking passion, and they're making fun of the way thing that she likes, and it's really affecting her. If they were truly her friends, they would support her, and not chastise her. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of that by now? I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention, you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. That's not an excuse. You're more studying their creativity than anything. You're not letting them express themselves. You're forcing them to do something else. Fuck you. Oh, so fast, it brings a tear to my eye. Suki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself. The heck? That was horrible. Should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them. After the way I treated her. Ugh, I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. After school ends, Monika distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monika picks a desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go like exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you're supposed to express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just like a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah. Well, Natsuki is just has kind of a blunt attitude, you know? I really feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join the club. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her, telling her to grow up and stuff like that. That the literature club could help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad. Like, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Yes! Preach! Preach, woman! Preach! Why are you trying to take that away from her? And then I had that thought. It was just when I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that to you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time. Monika shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. Like, I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends are treating her like that. I'm going to get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah. I'll get them back by making sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want. Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. With a rare stern face, he marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention! I can do that because I'm vice president. Is this about Natsuki? Yes! Yeah, I know. I messed up and I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Clearly the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh! Yay, I did it! Fucking love her so much. Thanks for the intervention, Sayori. I'm glad we're on the same page. Friendship wins again. So how do you want to make it up to her? I have a plan. Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monika was afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's really easy to just duck away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoings. Not the wrongdoings of mismanagement at the club, but the wrongdoings of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think you can get her to come to the meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Fishing with the hair, Yuri turns away to hide the smile. Well, I guess that's it for today. It's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit, is that okay? Yeah, I'm just going to read with Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here? Sayori picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Oh, that, Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. But I thought she wasn't been coming to the club. Actually, Monika's been... Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it's just someone else who's just been using the club room, and then, okay? Monika smiles at them both. Then with a wave, she exits the club room. I really should have left that out. Shouldn't have left that out. If Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and that would get really awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. What? Time for the Collects Club meeting has already arrived. Monika and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayori's going to be able to bring Natsuki? Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayori. You know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Monika sits, then stands up to pace around and sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayori marches in. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here! Welcome back! Monika, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monika is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand at the front of the club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monika had admittedly so vaguely advertised, seeking trust, understanding, and respect. What new lessons will the future hold for the literature club? See, it's just like how the boxes were. Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monika takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone, the literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Monika turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today, we're going to learn from the expert about a unique form of literature, manga. Oh, come on. Isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, so just... Monika shakes her head. Natsuki, this is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough, not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me to not take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it and I realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but... I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. Wait, that's not true! Monika planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to that as well. This is the Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We all have our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that, and it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb, the stuff I'm into. Monika smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me. Sayori, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. One because you admitted that it's literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member have received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monika approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything? Me? Not particularly. Why? Oh, there was something I wanted to show you if you had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here. Can you follow me to the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you'll see. Whoa, this looks cool as fuck! Look at that couch! Yeah, I was thinking back. When the club was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot of this place, cared about it being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make it a club that I needed myself more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. Because you really taught me a lot about myself. Like things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit. Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just brought a bunch of manga and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would have never realized that I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. But I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people would just try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm always to come off as perfect for other people. Anytime there's a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really start thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it. But like I said, I didn't even do anything. You were just being yourself. That's all you needed to do. So there's something else. Monica takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What? You? What the heck? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry. I think I just felt kind of embarrassed to admit it. I think I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you, of all people, were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances, right? You're reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you have good taste. Just one volume, but I kind of just picked it up out of random. Well, you have good intuition then. You had to tell me all your favorite parts. Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate, because the character isn't just in a literature club, she also plays piano. It's just weird because I always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person that I always wish I was, if I just did what I wanted instead of always second guessing myself. Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. Oh, that's cool! I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself. The parts that will impress people or make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions. And I just felt like I just wanted to show you this because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing. Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me. No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought in my head, but it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Every day? Because, you just make me feel like I want to do something. I should just do it. I mean, I still haven't been practicing very long, and I'm still really not good at it yet, at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah. Oh my god, I love this. This is great. I really love this. This is beautiful. That's all. That was so good. It was? Yeah, are you kidding me? You're like a pro already. I'm not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so yeah. It's called My Song, Your Note. Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone. And it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful. And kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. I wouldn't feel like I should probably apologize to you. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was really being immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. It's fine. I'm past it too. I think we're already even. But it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing. Well, I wonder who I got it from. Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit as a form of literature, you totally can't take that back now. You got me. The closet's all yours. I'll tell you what. I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of a little something? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. Is it cupcakes? The next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. Yep. Oh, it ended! My Song, Your Note. And pictures! Finish the side story, Respect 2. Oh, that is great. Oh, that is cute. But I think this one has to be my favorite one. I love this scene. I love the colors. I wish I could draw in color like this. Like, holy shit. There's like just something about it. It really pops out so much. I got mail. What? I've Laster? Ivy Laster? Elaster? To Untitled Mail Group, do not use. Date Monday, December 9th, 2019. 12:06 a.m. Have a nice weekend. I'm on rest for the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time. But I don't expect my jobs to run a few days since I've collected so much data this week. How about rearrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? What the fuck does that mean? Am I an employee somewhere? Alright, so that is the end of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. We're finished with the side stories. Holy shit, this got too real. But you know what? If you deal with a lot of stuff like this, I feel like you should only play the sub stories, because I feel like it gives out a lot of words that a lot of people need to hear, that a lot of people need to see. Like the main game, if you can stay away from the main game, because that actually adds the horror aspect and element and all the suicidal, depressive things in there. But if you play the sub stories, that takes away all of that, but it gives you the realism of each situation, what goes on that everyone goes through. So we got depression, we got the self-respect, we got the what was it? Being really hard on yourselves. The sub stories really tackle each of these people's, like, what each of these people suffer and go through with, and they find a good way to, like, discuss about it and bring it to light. So I highly recommend playing those sub stories, the side stories. So that's it for me today. That's it for Doki Doki Literature Club. The next time I stream, hopefully be on Monday, we're gonna go ahead and continue with more Fate. If you don't know what Fate was, Fate is a kind of like a it's a dungeon crawler, kind of like Diablo. Looks a lot and plays a lot like the classic Diablo games. It's like a PG-13 Diablo, but I mean that game is fun. Hope you enjoy it. I had a blast. Hope you had a good time joining me on this adventure. We'll see you guys again on Monday. Goodbye.
Is it love if I take your, is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality? If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.